Hi, my name is Sergey Sudokavich. I'm 33 years old. I'm married. I have a 2-year-old daughter, and I have 2 dogs, a little Chihuahua and a Terrier. When I'm not coming to ASD, I'm a software engineer for a networking startup. I've been coming to ASD for about 4.5 to 5 years, and I am a green belt. When I joined ASD 4 years ago, the size of the gym was half the size that it is right now, but the equipment and the instructors are pretty much top-notch as it was since the beginning. All the bags, all the punch pads, everything is being changed and renewed pretty regularly. The instructors are pretty high, top-notch, high quality. Everything from the new instructors all the way up to the senior instructors and the students that are becoming instructors. I try to train 4 to 5 days a week, but sometimes schedule doesn't really allow for it. I like Krav because this is a perfect mix of fitness, self-defense, and I was always looking for something that has a lot of martial, but not so much of the art, and a lot of other disciplines allow you to do some martial arts stuff, but not so much contact. Or if they do allow so much contact, they don't allow you for recovery or something like that. Krav is actually something that allows you to play it safe, evolve your techniques, and it doesn't really matter how senior you are, how many years you have experience in any other martial arts, your gender, your age, none of that stuff really matters. So it's a perfect combination of fitness for everybody and self-defense for everybody. So what surprised me the most was the fact that I always thought that I am a pretty in shape kind of guy, and I've always been fighting, not really professionally, but outside on the street every once in a while. And I was surprised coming to ASD for the first time how out of shape I was, and the lack of actually knowledge how to really properly fight. I've never thought that that's a skill that you actually need to learn, but in order to defend yourself, you actually need to know what to do. And I was really surprised that within the matter of months, I was able to get my body in shape and get my fighting skills where they actually need to be to start practicing Krav Maga. The surprising difficult part that I've experienced practicing Krav Maga, now being a green belt, is that techniques themselves, they seem to the outsider very simple and very trivial. 1, 2, 3 moves, take away, and that's it, you're out. But the hard part for a person like me who trains for blue belt is how meticulous and how precise the movement's supposed to be. A lot of times it's overlooked how difficult it is to deal with an attacker that has a gun, a knife, or any kind of blunt force trauma instrument that's trying to attack you, and how careful you have to be to deal with knives and guns. And that is probably the hardest part, that you need to make sure that when you need to apply this on the street, you're actually doing it to the best of your ability to mitigate the wounds and the damage that can be done to you, and maximize the damage to the opponent. So the type of people that I would recommend ASD is probably everybody. I've brought 3 or 4 friends here, and they stayed with ASD for a couple of years now. I've recommended it to my wife. I brought her here for a couple of sessions. She liked it. Every once in a while I come with my kid whenever there's a family training session. It's good, even though she's 2 years old, it's good to have the family mentality of self-defense. It's good to have the individual mentality of self-defense, and it doesn't really matter how big you are, how strong you are. There's always multiple opponents, there's always challenges that you probably are not ready to face unless you practice them. Here at ASD, you have a lot of opportunity to do one-on-one with people that you have no advantage over. You have maybe bigger person, maybe you have a person who's been training for longer, maybe there's multiple opponents, maybe they have a knife or a gun, and whoever wants to learn how to deal with those kind of situations whenever they occur, I would highly recommend to come here, especially for maybe teenagers who don't really know how to deal with certain situations adults would know. I would recommend at least coming in and seeing what are the options that they have, even if they don't necessarily want to fight, what are the options to mitigate the situation that they can probably be in? So I guess to sum up, pretty much anybody who wants to try to defend themselves and try to be ready to defend themselves whenever an opportunity happens.